I know where Big was at that day. At the end of the day, you got to place Big in a suite at the MGM Hotel that day. But I want to see some information that could put him in Vegas. If y'all really believe he was out there, you had a boxing event where it's athletes, actors, rappers, people from all over the world. MGM Hotel sold out, and nobody seen this 300-pound, 6'4" dude walking through there with a Kango on. Come on, man, you know, it's nonsense.
Who's responsible for this? The problem we have with this case is we don't have anyone willing to come forward and testify to it.
If you knew who killed Tupac, would you tell the police?
Absolutely not. I mean, because, you know, I don't.
Why not?
Because it's not my job. I don't get paid to solve homicides. I don't get paid.
Do you see yourself in 20 years from now?
If God give me breath for 20 more years, I see myself changing the world. Because my thought patterns are so opposite of what's the norm.
Really?
So I would have to change the world, or I have to be changed by the world.
I stopped breathing, damn, I see demons. Dear God, I wonder, can you save me? I can't die, my boo-boo's about to have my baby. I think it's too late for praying. Hold up, her voice spoke to me and it slowly started saying,
bring your lifestyle to me, I make it better.
And how long will I live?
Eternal life and forever.
Or will I be the G that I was?
I make your life better than you can imagine or even dreamed of. So relax your soul, let me take control. Close your eyes, my soul.
My eyes are closed. And everything that nigga said came to reality. Living like a baller low, I'm having money and blowing hella chronic smoke. I bought my mama a Benz, my boo-boo a Jag, and now I'm rolling in the nitrous AL dope race.
Just remember who changed your mind, cause when you start set tripping, that ass is mine.
East Coast, West Coast thing is something that the journalists and people are making just to get paid off this, so it can drag out and everybody can have albums. They're perpetuating this so it can be drama. When it all go down, don't look at me and Biggie and be like, why is there a big East Coast, West Coast war? When you're shooting this to 300 homes, 300 countries, telling them about an East Coast, West Coast war that they would never know exists. So that's where information becomes a problem.
Take a close look at Snoop Dogg, because in days to come, Snoop knows there's something that's going to happen to Tupac.
And the East Coast, West Coast thing is something that the journalists and people are making just to get paid off this so it can drag out and everybody can have albums. They're perpetuating this so it can be drama. When it all go down, don't look at me and Biggie and be like, why is there a big East Coast, West Coast war? When you're shooting this to 300 homes, 300 countries, telling them about an East Coast, West Coast war that they would never know exists. So that's where information becomes a problem.
Snoop knows Tupac's life is in danger days before his death.
How do you feel hip-hop would be today if Biggie and Tupac was here still?
And it's sad to say that their lives had to be sacrificed for hip-hop to become what it is today.
We talked about human sacrifice, okay? There it is, right in their book. I mean, I didn't invent that. That's there.
And it's sad to say that their lives had to be sacrificed for hip-hop to become what it is today.
As an expert on cults and satanic ritual abuse, I have information from various sources that judges, law enforcement, prosecutors, attorneys, doctors, and many prominent individuals, including actors, actresses, professional football and baseball players, are involved in these type activities.
Your friend, George, took you and Roland to this mansion where people worshipped the demons.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like there? What kind of people were there?
Well, it was a big surprise for me, as I kind of made up in my mind an idea that they were going to be rough-looking characters. But as we entered the place, I was amazed to see that they were all very well-dressed, well-mannered, and that a lot of the people, as we were being introduced to people, were professionals, doctors, attorneys, a lot of business people. And see what they had a praise session to the gods, which is the spirit counselors, which are in charge of legions of spirits, of demon spirits. also expressed to us the danger, explained to us the danger of going against the will of the spirits. And he mentioned about this one man and his wife that live in a fireproof building in Montreal. The place burned right down with him in it. He was one of their members that had decided that, well, he wanted to think things over. He was not going to get initiated at a time that the spirit said he would like him to be initiated into the society.
So in reality, Roger, you were chosen by high-powered demon spirits to be a part of their human special...
To me, he's an activist. He was an activist, an activist, an activist. He wasn't just no rapper. He was an activist. This ain't no democracy. Pac knew that the elite was paying the government. The elite on the government, on the president, everybody else. Pac was talking about that shit, and they didn't want to hear that shit. They didn't want no young black brother telling these black people in the ghetto that your strings is being pulled by a committee of 300.
Money and women, the funny beginnings, tragic endings. I can make a million and still not get enough for spending. And since my life is based on sinning, I'm hell-bound. Rather be buried than be buried than held down. My game plan to be trained in military mind of a thug lord sitting in the cemetery. I've been lost since my adolescent, calling for Jesus, holding as a youngster, wondering if he sees us.
Now, I call this one for the public. If they ever come get me for some bullshit and I don't want to go to jail, which I don't, I got this phobia. I ain't going to jail. Not unless I want to. Not unless I did something. I'll go. But I ain't finna go for nothing, you know what I'm saying? So if they come for me, I'm putting a 90 rounder in.
They made me
I'm focusing on changing the world, whatever I can do to achieve more, to be a better person, to make more money, and to get myself to a position in this business where I don't have to take as many orders, and I can give a few, and I can give back. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm setting out one lone young black male with the stack against me against the world, with about 30 cases. They're all getting dropped, and then I'm going to take the world over. Half my fans are white. They listen just as much as the black fans. My fans know that I'm real. I was 22. I felt like now I got every man in America wants to know what I want to do. How you gonna be a man and we start? Wants to know what's my plan, and I was scared. All of a sudden, I got the whole world fearing me.
There is absolutely no reason for a record like this.
They're trying to stop me. I felt like a target.
If we have a homicide and we know that it was something that was planned, we're going to start interviewing people, you know, whether it's weeks, months, or years prior, basically whatever it takes to find the inception of that plan. Whose idea was it to kill this person? Why did they want them dead? And when did they start talking about it?
To me, prior to leaving, was he's not going to be in Vegas. I don't have to worry about him showing up, and don't worry about it because he won't be there. He did not want to go to Vegas. Matter of fact, he fought off going to Vegas all the way to the last second. And when I got there, I was surprised to see him there because he had told us that he was not going there with his words, them sellout niggas.
I was told by another one of our security guards that was a bodyguard that he had escorted Pac to the airplane as they were leaving New York. And Tupac told him, specifically told him, that he was a dead man walking.
Suicidal on the tear, taking private planes, trying to survive the game. For all my homies that'll never be alive again. All they promise us is death, nigga. Take a breath, could be the last one left, nigga. It's real now, feeling and fantasize. Ain't nothing colder. Listen, you can hear it.
Right, told us not to carry any weapons. Never have they told me to leave my weapons, either in my room or my car.
So they were asking us to guard Pac and Suge and everyone else completely armed. We had never been told to leave our weapons.
Why would I leave my weapons in a vehicle or in the hotel room and I'm personally guarding Pac in one of the most hottest places to be? And what that's going to make it is a bodyguarding incident where you would be, only thing you would have on you is your person.
And Michael Moore made the, biggest, hoorah about the weapons.
I informed Reggie that I wasn't taking my weapon off for no one. My gun did not belong to Right Way. It was my personal gun, and I was going to carry it, and that's what I did. We had a dinner meeting, make that a lunch meeting, and thank God it's Fridays, I believe, in Las Vegas.